From Springford area senior high school, PCTV Sports presents District 1 playoff basketball. This afternoon, the St. Pius X Winged Lions take on the Tide of Devon Prep in the boys AA final. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Gick Geiger along with Dave Reidenouer. You know, the Winged Lions finished up the regular season pretty strong, and they had a pretty easy win Wednesday night. They are the defending champions here in District 1, so they have a lot of reason to come into this game with a lot of confidence.
Well, they should, and I think Randy Reber and his staff feel that they do have that confidence. They have been playing well, particularly towards the end of the season. They did have a relatively easy opener against Lower Moreland after that long layoff. I know Randy Reber wanted to work on defensive intensity, and I'm sure that's part of his emphasis in his pregame speech here this afternoon.
Well, they've had success during that stretch without the use of Burke. But the guy who's replaced him has done a good job. They might lose some offense with Bilinski, but they might gain some defensive intensity.
There's no question about it. This rotation might even work out a little better for him with Bilinski in the starting role, Burke coming off the bench, being able to relax a little bit, get out on a three-point arc and bomb threes. Devon Prep likes to play a zone defense. Randy Reber told me we need a good game out of Burke. He said he thought he was a little too excited. He was so excited about getting in there. He said he thought it was a district wrestling match rather than district basketball. I think we'll see a better game out of Burke tonight.
Well, Devon Prep has some reason to be confident, too. They had a pretty easy win on Wednesday night, too. Plus, they're used to playing in this gym.
Yeah, they certainly are. And they have a center, a sophomore center, who we know is a little bit easier, we've talked about before, to take a big guy out of the game. The guard plays, we talked many times here on PCTV, in the playoffs is extremely important. They have some nice guards in the backcourt. They should match up pretty well with Pius. I think we should have a pretty good basketball game this afternoon.
St. Pius trying to defend their District 1 AA title. We'll be right back with the play-by-play.
Move your hats and stand as one nation and salute the United States of America as Matt Tucker, Jeff Carr, Jackie Locasell, and Gabe Mullen sing our national anthem.
Another great version of our national anthem by some Springford students, a nice quartet here this afternoon. Tonight's officials, or this afternoon's official, Bill Hopton, Tim Kelly, Vince McCabe, working this District 1 Boys AA final. I think the canned version of the national anthem is officially politically incorrect, but the kids have been doing some great jobs. There's Mike Troy, head coach for the Tide. As we come in with the Tide starting lineup, Mike Truncellito, right there is a 5'10" senior. And Mike Ryan, another senior, 6'1", senior, number 4. In fact, those are the only two starting seniors for the Tide. There's a sophomore, as Dave mentioned, they've got an inside game, 6'5" sophomore, Ben McDowell. And Joe Heavey, he's also a junior. He's 5'11". He'll be wearing number 14. And another junior, number 21, Dave Collins. A 6'2" junior rounds out their starting lineup. So, Dave, they got a lot of underclassmen starting their game.
They sure do. Anxious to see how they respond to this pressure of the district final.
And now the Winged Lions starting lineup. They'll go with the same starting lineup we saw on Wednesday night against Lower Moreland. And that, of course, includes their point guard, a junior, number 3, a 6'1" junior, Difebbo. And the guy we mentioned in our pregame, Dave Bilinski, has come off the bench to start now, that is, and has put in some valuable playing time and has contributed a lot of defensive intensity. And a big force inside is 6'4" junior Mike Curry. And of course, senior leadership comes from 6'3" senior Matt Martin, number 20. And the guy inside, big 6'3" junior, number 40, Chris Flick. So the Winged Lions attempting to defend their District 1 title. And they'll do so with Randy Reber at the helm. Dressed kind of formally here for this Saturday afternoon game. Looking pretty dapper.
He must have a big lunch, dinner date after the game.
Thank you for your cooperation and please enjoy the game.
Got the choice of game balls here today. All right, we're just a few moments away from this tip-off for the District 1 final. And we've got a pretty good crowd on hand. A lot of St. Pius folks here.
Nice Saturday afternoon crowd down here at Spring Ford. Again, it's always a nice place to view a game, do a game, and play a game, Richard.
And today is March 1st, and I've always said that any team that's playing in the month of March has had a very successful season. And that can be said of both of these squads. Big Ben McDowell will tip it off with Matt Martin. Martin wins the tip, but it's corralled by Dave Collins. So the Tide has the first possession, and they're going to face a straight man defense from the Winged Lions.
And there's going to be some interesting matchups right there. A pair of threes going to go at it.
So they're going to run a lot of motion on that offense. That's Kyle Ryan going against Dave Bilinski.
There's Curry, who had a big game the other night, Richard.
Collins gets in the paint, but kicks it back outside. Rumbling in is Kyle Ryan, but he can't make it.
Good job of one and done.
That was Joe Heavey, number 14. Matt Martin has it poked away by Truncellito.
Truncellito did a real nice job coming from behind and stripping the ball. We talked about a little bit in the opening. We talked about a couple weeks ago, Richard, guard play, guard play, guard play. Truncellito did a nice job there of stealing the ball and getting it going the other way.
There's Truncellito at the top of the key. And it's picked off by Difebbo. Both teams playing good defense. And that's going to be the Tide basketball. It went off Difebbo's foot and out of bounds.
Chad Difebbo trying to get a verification of that by the official. Happened so quickly right in front of us.
I think if he watches our replay, he'll see it go off his foot. Scored this ball game a minute into the ball game.
Devon Prep yet to be able to get the ball inside to Big Ben McDowell. Big Dow, excuse me. There you go.
Well, Chris Flick fronted him, and that time he got the ball, and there's a foul. It's going to be on Flick. Tough call.
Some of the reserves for the Devon Prep squad, they bring in a gang of them too.
Well, that foul was on Mike Curry, not Flick. Flick and McDowell were really banging it inside.
Well, I think Flick is sort of taking on this personal challenge that Randy Reber has presented, and he said, I don't want this young sophomore to dominate the game. He had a big game the other night against Christopher Dock. We need to keep the ball out of his hands.
That free throw's off the mark. He makes only 1 of 2. Here come the Winged Lions looking for their first shot at the basket. It'll be taken by Curry off the heel of the rim. O-board by Flick. Gets it back out to the top of the key. Bilinski penetrates and floats it up. Here comes the Tide. Well, the Winged Lions got a couple good looks at that possession anyway.
Yep, much better.
There's a travel violation.
Yep.
Joe Heavey
dragged the foot a little bit. Devon Prep going to pressure guards a little bit. We talked about it on the onset. They're scrappy backcourt. They're going to go boxing 1 now on Difebbo. Number 14, Joe Heavey, is going to guard Difebbo. Everybody else is going to play a box. You don't see this that much anymore. We saw it earlier, Richard. Difebbo's getting the boxing 1.
Martin rifles a pass back out to Bilinski. His shot is no good.
And I think if Devon Prep continues to play a boxing one, Dan Burke could be huge in this ball game, Richard.
Yeah, he won't stay on the bench long if they stick with this boxing one.
Right, he will get 3-point shots from both wings where he is very, very comfortable.
There's a reverse by Collins. A lot of white shirts there for the rebound. Bilinski pushes it ahead. And then he travels with the basketball, kind of a bit out of control.
Well, Devon Prep thought he carried the ball on the way up there as the dribble came up nice and high.
It came up high, but
yep,
he had
still had it. Yeah, he did.
Had his hand on top of the ball.
Look at it one more time. Watch the ball come up real high. Yep, there, and watch. Boop. I don't think he really walked, Richard. I really don't think he walked. I think he took a big hop step and stopped.
Look at Mike Curry come out of the ball game.
Yeah.
For some reason.
I think we had some sort of little injury or something there, Richard. While we were looking at the replay, something happened to Curry. I think he got shot in the lip.
All right, I think
got a little blood coming out of the lip.
A little bit of blood.
Yeah.
We'll get him a seat on the bench. And
Yeah.
Dallas Twist is going to come in and replace him. Still a 1-0 ball game.
Yep.
Both teams look a little tight
Yes.
offensively, but both look very good on defense. Truncellito with a nice dish into McDowell, but he can't make it. And Matt Martin rebounds.
That's 2 good looks for McDowell inside, and he hasn't been able to convert yet.
And they do stick with the boxing one.
Yep.
As Joe Heavey is inside Difebbo's shirt and commits a foul in playing him so closely.
Yeah, and sort of a ridiculous foul, Richard. Opposite side of the court where the ball was, just trying to front and stay in Difebbo's face. Not a good play.
Each team has 1 team foul.
Again, now the problem with a boxing one is, Richard, is what your philosophy is going to be. Are we going to play man offense? Or are we going to play zone offense?
Well, Chris Flick gets the first field goal of the ball game.
And a nice look inside.
Took the squad's 3 minutes to get that 1 field goal. And there's a foul on Dallas Twist as they try to get the ball down low to Dave Collins.
Yeah, Dallas got caught up on the backside there a little bit. Tried to come over the top for the steal. Got a little body.
That's his first personal, naturally. And there's another quick foul on Difebbo.
I think it's going to be on Bilinski.
Or yeah, Bilinski, sure. All right, it's a 3rd team foul on the Wing Lions.
Yep.
In what has turned out to be a very low-scoring first quarter. The score is 2-1 in favor of the Wing Lions.
Well, last night's game between the girls and Christopher Dock, they came out slow.
Another missed layup.
Devon Prep's getting some good looks, Richard. They're just not finishing.
Well, Chad Difebbo took a good shot to the chin as Bilinski takes it in strong and is fouled.
He's going to go over there and talk to Randy Reber.
Kyle Ryan is the guy that picks up that foul for Devon Prep. And junior Dave Bilinski steps to the line, shooting 2.
Well, I know Randy Reber wants his team to shoot better than the girls did last night. They were at 1 for 7 from the stripe, the girls, the Lady Wing Lions, and Pius, the boys want to shoot a lot better than that here this afternoon at Springford.
Well, Bilinski's 2 for 2 on that trip. Pius up 3 now at 4-1. At the scorer's bench, Danny Burke.
Devon Prep runs a lot of patterns versus that man defense, a lot of screens, a lot of bumping.
There's a cut down the lane. A lot of blue shirts crashing the boards. And that's Heavey coming up with it. Heavey's a scrappy player.
Yeah, he is. Almost traveled with it right there.
McDowell over Twist, off the glass and in. Ben McDowell has all 3 of the points scored by the Tide. Chris Flick on the baseline. Gets a nice look off the rim, and McDowell with the rebound.
That's his shooting area, though. He likes that baseline in about 12, 14 feet. And there's a travel. There's the big sophomore inside, flashing some of the stuff that he's going to be able to potentially have for this squad. Good, strong take to the goal.
Well, Curry and Burke are back into the ball game. And Flick and Twist will take a seat for Coach Reber.
And we'll see now if they try to exploit this boxing one by getting number 21 an early shot, get him into the ball game so he can relax and get into the flow.
Hopefully stay out of foul trouble tonight.
Yep.
There's Burke running the baseline, leaves that one a bit short. Didn't quite have the legs in that shot. But it's a 1-point ball game. Pius still holds one. McDowell rumbles down the lane,
and he travels. Yep.
Where they have turned the ball over a lot.
Yes, they have.
I like the way they run their offense, but they just seem a little bit nervous in taking their shots, and they're turning the ball over.
Well, they're rushing things a little bit, Richard. They're really pumped up for this one. They see a big chance to maybe take a shot at the defending champs, the #1 seed.
And Devon Prep is the #2 seed.
Yep. Again, you got to give the district people a lot of credit. In the boys and girls, they had the #1 and #2 seed in the finals.
Bilinski gets tied up, finally gets it away. I've seen less than that called a walk. There's an ill-advised pass. Difebbo retrieves it. Rifles a pass into Curry. He pump fakes up and under. Count the bucket, and he's fouled. That's good work inside by Mike Curry.
And how many times have we seen him do that this year, Richard?
Tons.
You know, he really does a nice job inside. He's one of those unheralded guys you don't read a whole lot about. But Curry just shows up every night and plays extremely hard for Randy Reber.
Well, he was our player of the game on Wednesday night.
Yes, he was. Played very well. Knocks in his foul shots, gets rebounds. Here's the play one more time. This is good work inside as they get slapped and hacked, and he's getting beat up all over the place. Draws contact, and the finish.
You know, a lot of big men should learn the patience that he has. There's really no hurry to get that shot off when you're down in the paint.
Again, that's the key word, patience, Richard.
Well, the Tide's going to call a timeout with 2:22 left to play in the first period. St. Pius, the girls, will take on Biglerville, and they start their state championship playoff
Next Friday. Yep.
March 7th.
Yep. In a game which should be close to the Pottstown area because the District 1 is the higher seed. The game will be played in District 1. Talked to Joe Mozzie before the game. He was very excited the way his team responded after starting off very slowly.
Pius up by 4 with 2 minutes to play in the first period. Collins gets in the paint. Nice move. Their second field goal. And now it's a 2-point ball game. 7-5 Pius.
Good dump inside the flick. He gets double teamed.
He puts it high off the glass, won't stay down. Curry fights for the rebound, but McDowell comes up with it.
Again, he did a good job of creating some space for himself. He got a good look, just did not get the ball to drop.
Pius now in a 2-3 zone defense. Just to show him a different look.
See if Devon Prep can bang from the outside. And there's who's that? Number
That's
14?
Heavey.
Yeah, Heavey. He sort of heaved one up there, Richard. That wasn't the prettiest shot, but it went down.
5 unanswered points by the Tide, give him a 1-point advantage at 8-7. Burke launches a 3 of his own and gets it in.
That's what he can do right there. They have to make him put the ball on the floor. If you're going to let him get his feet set and square up to the bucket, he's going to make a high percentage of those shots.
10-8 Pius. 1 minute to play in the first. McDowell from the top of the key had it partially blocked. Bilinski gets it out to Burke. His 3-pointer rims out. Collins there with good defensive position.
I was going to say, Richard, Devon Prep doing a good job of not allowing St. Pius to get on the offensive window.
McDowell from the free throw line. And there's Kyle Ryan. Winged Lions have 30 seconds left.
Oh, nice.
Bilinski slashes in. Burke with the offensive rebound. Chris Flick goes out of bounds off of Truncellito. So the Winged Lions will inbound with 23.8 seconds left.
Well, that was a good, strong take by Bilinski, too. He really did a nice job of knifing down the middle of that defense and getting to the goal,
Everything but the bucket.
Yep. Still have 23.8. Plenty of time to get a good shot off.
And Matt Martin is back in the ball game. That's another 3-point threat. Bit more of an offensive threat than Bilinski.
Okay, well, they take Heavey out of the ball game, Richard, so they drop back to a more traditional, conventional zone defense now. They're not in the box. Difebbo may get a chance to get a look.
Martin launches a 3 from the corner, just like they drew it up.
Yep.
And that will end the quarter. Matt Martin's 3-pointer puts Pius up by 5 at the end of the first quarter. We'll be right back. possession. They have a 5-point advantage as we start the second period. Burke, three-pointer.
Oh, that goes over the back of the rim.
As you can see, he has that ankle still wrapped, and I'm sure that's for preventative reasons as much as anything. It's like it's got a brace on it and it's taped. I'm not quite sure. Well, Ben McDowell is going to take a seat on the Tide bench.
Bringing another sophomore center, 6'4", Chad Williams, number 32.
Truncellito.
He doesn't look like he wants to shoot it, though, Richard, does he?
I don't think he wants to touch it.
Good play by Curry.
Yeah, they're struggling against that zone defense.
Oh. See, you give those low passes, Martin was in position to take a shot.
There's a bad pass. Truncellito comes up with it and finishes with the left-handed layup. He makes it a 3-point ball game.
Yeah, Difebbo's going to get a rest. He's been hounded here in that box and one.
Yeah.
Coach Reber's going to give him a minute here, spot up.
Burke from the corner.
There you go.
All cotton.
That's a deuce, though, Richard. Only a deuce. Foot was on the line.
That's a 15-10 ball game.
Burke should have an awesome game here this afternoon if they don't change their defense.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just going to say the same.
Yep, you have to just let him spot up, get dribble penetration, and kick it back out. Just let him bomb.
And they're still having trouble figuring out this zone defense.
Well, Martin out front gives him a tall guy with wingspan too, Richard.
He's pretty mobile.
Yes. And Bilinski is that, he's that proverbial pest. He's just all over the place. He's a scrappy guy in there. They're having a hard time trying to get any offense going at all right now, Devon Prep, Richard. They look very out of sync.
Well, they're being patient. Not forcing up a shot. Number 11 eventually runs out of patience and runs down the lane and is going to draw a foul. That's Chris Capasso.
Again, here's the play right here. You kick it inside, look outside. Yeah, you can see his toe was on the line. I thought he was behind the line, but good call by the official. Dan Burke, I said, could have a field day this afternoon if they were able to continue that same sort of offensive style as Capasso misses his first shot.
5'10" junior Chris Capasso at the free throw line. Now into the ball game comes Matt Belvardi, I should say.
We'll see if they go back to the box and one now with Difebbo re-entered into the ball game. They're going to press after the made foul shot. Pius does a good job breaking pressure.
Look at Flick go to the glass.
You know what? He has a lot more mobility than people want to give him credit for. He's a big, stocky guy, but I tell you, he gets the job inside. Good, strong take by Flick.
And he puts Pius up by 6 at 17-11, and McDowell is back up off the Tide bench.
He's got to be. He's got to get back in the ball game. Here's Flick doing his thing. As I said, he's quicker than you think. He gets right around Williams, and there's the finish.
And Chad Williams exits the ball game. As you mentioned, McDowell is back in.
Difebbo's going about 400 miles an hour in a 200-mile-an-hour body. You got to slow down a little bit.
Matt Martin, his 3-ball off the front of the rim.
Not a good shot that time by Martin. You can get that shot anytime, Matthew. Take an extra pass, and you'll get a wide-open look next time.
The Tide is down 6. Still trying to figure out Pius' zone defense. There's a nice take, but Curry rejects the shot.
Yep.
Chris Flick.
Bang!
That's a deuce for Chris Flick. That's a nice looking shot. And Coach Troy is going to take another timeout. His squad trails by 8. We'll be right back.
There's some of the crowd in there. Oh, there's McGeckern. She had a big game last night. Real big second half. Her team was able to win the districts. Our good friend Mallory Green.
Yeah, and Joe.
And Joe, Jolton Joe. Down here checking out all the action on a lazy Saturday afternoon.
There's a couple guys right there. There are a couple, couldn't call Mallory a guy, but a couple of fans that just can't get enough basketball.
Yeah. Mallory's probably chomping at the bit because she wants to get out and start playing softball now. She's a heck of a pitcher for Potts Grove, but the way the weather's going, she might not be pitching till June.
We have a lot of inside practices coming up.
Yeah. Uh-oh, uh-oh.
That's another bad pass by Martin.
Matt's got to settle down a little bit. Dribble the basketball, Matthew. You'll be all right.
Still an 8-point advantage for the Winged Lions. Doing a great job defensively against the Tide. As Collins rumbles down the boulevard, and he's going to be fouled. I think Martin is going to be whistled for the foul. No, it's Flick.
Flick said, I got all ball there. Where you calling that foul at, Billy Hopton? Here's the play. He says he pushes him in the back. We'll see here. Oh, man. Looked good from that angle, but again, he said he pushed him in the back.
That's the 15th foul on the Winged Lions.
Collins' first trip to the line as he makes the first.
Number 21, Daniel Burke checks in the game for the Winged Lions.
And Danny Burke comes back in the ball game. Chris Flick will take a seat on the bench. He's got 2 personals.
So there's your buddy Joe Heavey there. He's going to shadow Difebbo again, I guess, as coach gave him a little rest because he was doing a lot of running around there trying to foul number 3.
There's good offensive rebound. Heavey launches one up. Martin keeps it alive for Difebbo. Back to Bilinski. And there's going to be a blocking foul on Capasso.
Yep.
And Bilinski's a bit shaken up.
Yeah, that hurt. That hurt a little bit. Here's the play one more time as Bilinski's going full speed ahead and Capasso sticks out the leg and tries to hook him, try to draw the foul, and that hurts a little bit.
He's got 2 shots.
4th team foul on the Tide. And Dave Bilinski's back at the line. It's his 2nd trip to the line.
Well, he plays the kind of style where he should get to the foul line, Richard. A little strong with that one. He's trying to count to 10 and take a couple deep breaths, I think, Richard.
Yeah.
Look at Curry. Look at Curry.
Pump fakes, gets out to Martin.
That's it, Matt.
Difebbo kind of forces one up, steals it from McDowell. And then McDowell fouls him and trying to get the ball back.
Now they're going to call Difebbo for trying to pick his pocket. Yep. Randy Reber wants a timeout to talk about. Difebbo thought he had a clean one there.
22nd timeout. We'll be right back. We're midway through the 2nd period.
Pius continually doing a good job at the defensive end, Richard. You hold someone to 12 points through a quarter and a half, you're doing a pretty good job.
The Tide has only 1 field goal in this quarter.
Yep.
But Pius has committed a handful of fouls. In fact, well, 6 of them. As Dave Collins gets his 2nd field goal, he now has 5, leading all scorers for the Tide. Curry takes his time again, gets another jumper. He's got 5 points in the ball game. I like the way he keeps up ball nice and high.
Yeah, he does. He never allows you to double down on him. The guards can't go in and strip him.
Now he's going to guard McDowell.
Well, they're in the zone right now. They're extending the zone a little bit. Yeah, they got Curry in the middle. Good step in by Curry as it looked like there's some baseline. There's another travel. He's trying to do a little too much with it.
Dallas Swiss is going to come in the ball game. And he's going to replace.
Nobody wants to go out, though.
Yeah,
they got 6 out there.
Bilinski eventually heads to the Pius bench.
That was me. When Coach Fitch used to try to put something in for me, I always turned around and ran the other way like I wasn't looking. You ain't coming in for me. I only see you coming in. Uh-oh. Goodness. That's another turnover by Martin. He's very careless with the basketball here this afternoon.
Pius remains up by 7. They look a little bit in a funk offensively.
Yeah,
but fortunately, their defense has remained consistent. Consistently tenacious.
Yes.
Pass, interior pass is picked off. Difebbo with a nice catch. Dishes off to Burke, and Burke finishes.
That's a nice play right there.
That's good basketball.
Yep.
Now a 9-point advantage for the Winged Lions.
And they went out and ran the floor very well that time. Now they're into the 3-2 look with Martin out front, which has been very effective with his 6'2" frame and long arms.
There's McDowell with an offensive rebound. And Twist eventually comes up with it.
That was a ridge runner. Burke. Oh, man. They're the kind he knocks down, Richard.
Good job by Collins blocking out Curry. The Tide trailing by 9. That's a three-pointer that does not catch iron.
Yeah.
Matt Valvardi
I
launches
tell you,
that one.
I say, Matt, you're inside the arc, pal.
Well, Kyle Ryan and Truncellito come back in for the Tide, and Matt Martin will take a seat, and Joe Pritiskuch comes back in.
Yeah, Martin's pressing a little bit the offensive end tonight for some reason. He's playing good, solid game at the defensive end, just sort of pressing a little bit. Good job of Twisty bailing him out back here. Back to the box in 1 now. Come on, Joe P, you better be ready for the rock, babe.
It's a sophomore. Burke, that's a three-pointer off the heel of the rim. Curry, offensive rebound. Joe Pritt launches and leaves one short.
Oh,
Burke
nice look.
finds Twist. Twist goes in strong, and he's hammered.
That's the way you take it strong, Dallas. Take it right up through his chin.
Dallas Twist is 6'4", he's senior. Head to the line to shoot 2.
Here's the play. It's Burke does a good job of saving the ball. Looks around for some help. Finds his buddy Twist coming in. Goes up strong and takes the hit. Gets to the line to shoot a deuce. That's number 2 on Kyle Ryan, Richard.
15 foul.
Twist a little strong with the first one.
.134 left to play in the first half. There's a lane violation on Twist.
Yep, lost his bounce a little bit and leaned forward. So that's a little mental mistake right there by Dallas Twist.
To mark him down 0 for 2 on that trip to the line.
Yep.
Still a 9-point ball game. Truncellito brings it up with 1:25 to play in the half.
Good defense there as he stopped off Collins. Looked like he had the baseline, but Twist stepped up nicely. See, Devon Prep looks hesitant to shoot the ball, Richard. They give up good shots. See, they give up good shots and throw the basketball away. I'm not quite sure I understand what the story is there. Uh-oh. Two-pointer right in the garbage can. That was clean, too, Richard.
That was a swish in
the
garbage can.
That was a swish. There might be a little mustard on that baby from a hot dog wrapper, but that was a swisher.
Pius has a 9-point advantage. They're up 23-14. That's going to be a foul on Dallas Twist as he tries to post up.
But actually, he's trying to send a screen for Difebbo coming off the box there, Richard, and moved his body right into him.
That's going to be personal number 2 on Dallas.
Yep, and Yori's going to come in for him.
Yep, 6'2" sophomore. But at the foul line, shooting 1-1 is Joe Heavey. He launched a three-pointer early in the first quarter. Hasn't scored since. Of course, he spent a lot of energy on the defensive end.
Man, it gets quiet in here at the foul line, doesn't it? Yep, that's going to be another foul on Ryan. That's going to be 3 on him, Richard, coming over the bat.
Too,
yep.
Well, St. Pius will take over with 55 seconds left in the quarter. And Kyle Ryan will have to sit down with 3 personals. Heavey continues to hound Difebbo.
I tried to find a shot for number 21. You reverse the ball and get it right back to him. He's got an open jumper from the 3. Sooner or later, they got to call a foul on number 14. He's tackling Difebbo.
Difebbo fell. He's got a. But it looks like Pius will go for the last shot.
Yeah, up by 8.
Down to 6 seconds left. Danny Burke finds Yuri. Yuri can't make it. Burke offensive rebound. It won't fall.
Oh, man, 2 good opportunities. 2 good opportunities,
They
Richard.
got a good shot, but just wouldn't go down. And the quarter ends. Pius up 23-15. We'll be right back. Leading scores, you can see Heavey and Collins have combined for 9 for the Tide. And Burke leading all scorers with 7, and Flick chipped in 6.
Indication of the low scoring of the first half, Richard. It's been sort of an unusual game, a game still trying to find some sync and some rhythm in my mind.
Latanzio's Steaks and Stuff in the Nagel Center at 15 Moser Road in Pottstown voted the best in the Mercury's Reader's Choice Awards 7 times for steak sandwiches, 4 times for hoagies. Now offering catering for all occasions, and we deliver free in the surrounding Pottstown area. Call Latanzio's at 326-2169. We'll be right back with the second half. 23-15 is our score as we start the second half, and you mentioned the lack of rhythm, and that might be intentional on the Tide's part to keep it a low-scoring game and let not Pius get untracked offensively.
I think you combine that with the fact that Mickey McDaniel's not here DJing in between whistles and timeouts. I think that leads to this non-rhythmic game, Richard. I'm going to have to give Mickey an assist on this bad game.
Well, the Tide has possession as we start the third quarter.
Straight man-to-man now by Pius.
Heavey penetrates out of control. He was bumped as he went across the lane.
And I saw Randy Reber's reaction. His reaction was about the same as mine. Again, even the referees, nothing is really going to plan so far, Richard. And this is just like, I don't know what it is. This is sort of a pickup game, helter-skelter. I don't know what it is. Hasn't been pretty, that's for sure.
Yeah. Now we got a foul away from the basketball.
Now Matt Martin has a foul 100 yards away from the ball. There's 2 quick fouls on the Wing Lions.
That's Matt's first. There's McDowell going along the baseline. Nice elevation on that jumper, and that's his second field goal. He has struggled a bit here today. In fact, has shown the frustration on his face. Heavey continues to hound Chad Difebbo, and the Tide stays with that box and one offense.
Yep.
Defense.
Difebbo even yet to get a good look. And there's another turnover as Martin tries to feed into the post area. See, Martin's having to handle the ball too much now with Difebbo getting taken out of the game, and that's really hurt St. Pius. That's not Martin's game. Martin's a slasher and a receiver. He's not a distributor.
Collins penetrates, pump fakes, can't get it. Here come the Wing Lions.
See, that lazy pass was almost picked off.
Ooh, there's a reach-in foul on Kyle Ryan. If that's on Ryan, that's number 4.
Yes, it is.
On the senior. And that's going to get Chris Capasso off the bench.
Yep.
Kyle Ryan hasn't seen much PT today. He spent a lot of time on the bench in foul trouble.
Here's the play again right here, as you can see. Rakes him right across the arm. There's Bilinski goes down to the ground.
At the other end, Matt Martin gets an offensive rebound and a putback. And he makes it an 8-point ball game at 25-17. Truncellito into McDowell. Martin goes to the 4 to get it. And eventually gets it to Bilinski. Good job by Martin.
Yeah, as I said, as much as he struggled at the offensive end, he's really done a solid job defensively.
And now they're going to call a foul on Mike Truncellito.
Yep.
for reaching in as Bilinski dribbles up the floor.
Yeah, we may see an altercation in this one, Richard, before it's done. I have a sneaky suspicion somebody's going to throw an elbow here. The referees have not taken good care of this basketball game. They have let it get out of control. Too much slapping and hacking and grabbing.
And reaching.
Absolutely. Randy Reber should be very proud of his club that they have really been able to compose themselves and keep themselves under control.
Difebbo kicks it out to Flick. That's a deuce. McDowell, the lone player there for the rebound.
Yeah, that's the only problem with having Flick shooting from the perimeter. No one's inside to help out with the offensive rebound.
Collins not ready for that pass. That was rifled by Capasso. There's another reach-in foul, and that's going to be called on Heavey. Joe Heavey's picked up number 2.
And I don't know if the referees are starting to get the same sense that I'm getting, Richard, that they let the game get out of hand, but they're starting to call it a lot more closely at the other end. Again, there's all that reaching and slapping and hacking and holding on the jerseys. That's number 2 on Heavey.
Martin just inside the arc. Nice rebound by Collins.
Yep, that was a good, strong rebound.
He hops into the lane and is going to be fouled by Flick. And fouls are mounting up now on both squads.
This might be a matter of who has the deepest bench, Richard. They might have to go to the bench and get guys in here the way they're starting to blow the whistle now.
That's number 3 on Flick. So Danny Burke is at the scorer's bench, most likely to get Flick.
He's got 2 shots.
Dave Collins will head to the line.
I tell you, Difebbo, he's going to be a politician. I saw him talking to the referee before the half started. Now he's got hand signals going to Randy Reber. He's patting the referee on the butt. He's wanting to dribble the basketball. I'm telling you, he might be the mayor of Phoenixville someday, something like that. You might need him on your campaign trail, Richard.
Now Collins makes that second free throw. And it's a 7-point ball game. 3 minutes into the third period. Burke is left wide open. Can't make his three-pointer, and Heavey rebounds.
Yeah, he was open for about 10 seconds there, too, Richard. I don't know why it took him so long to get him the basketball.
Dump it into Collins. He's going to work on Curry. Curry alters the shot, and the ball dribbles out of bounds. Pius basketball. That's good defense by Mike Curry.
Yep. Again, here's some of those little things that you never notice in the box score that Curry just continues to do.
25-18. Pius trying to advance to the state tournament. This is the boys AA District 1 final.
Right, they only take one team, Richard, one and done.
Burke can't handle the pass. It dribbles out of bounds.
And Randy Reber's going to take a timeout here.
Doesn't like the way things are going. He'll take a timeout with 4:26 left to play in the third quarter.
Well, if St. Pius is able to hold on and win this ball game, they will be the lone District 1 representative in the Class AA. They will play the lone Catholic. As we get a good look at some of the crowd there, Davey Pasota, Tommy Zemak, Billy Hahn. Well, I'll tell you what, if Devon Prep has done nothing else this afternoon, Richard, they have found a way to try to get St. Pius to play down to their level.
Exactly.
And get into a sloppy, turnover-prone game, that's for sure.
Well, this third quarter has been a little bit ugly. We have far many fouls and field goals.
There you go.
Even though Danny Burke drains one and gets him in double figures, the first player to reach double figures. He's got 10.
But, Richard, the thing is there, you see the importance of a good pass. He threw it up in his chest where he could catch it and shoot it right away, and he got a good look, open look at the basket.
10-point advantage. Heavey down the boulevard. Nice take. Joe Heavey now has 6 in the ball game. Martin steps in the lane, fadeaway shot, but Curry's there to bail him out. Mike Curry always seems to be in the right place at the right time. Well, lead is back up to 10.
Martin's going to say that was a pass after the game's over, Richard, but that was not a good shot that time. Matt is really pressing at the offensive end for some reason this afternoon. Not his normal game.
Difebbo hounds Truncellito. Somehow Truncellito comes up with the basketball. Martin then steals it back. Here comes Bilinski. Rifles a pass out to Difebbo, and it goes out of bounds.
I think they called a technical foul. Yep, they called a technical foul on number 21, Collins. Like I said, the referees better start taking care of things. They said there's going to be an altercation.
Well, they're calling a lot of fouls.
Yep.
And of course, Danny Burke is going to take that free throw, the technical free throw.
Number 21, Daniel Burke, will hit the line for St. Pius. He's got 2 shots.
That's a lonely feeling out there, Richard, all by yourself. Woo! Collins is going to get a little rest there. As Coach Mike Troy's going to have to talk to him a little bit. He's working on Billy Hopton over there now. A little strong with that one.
Yeah, makes only 1 of 2, but it's going to be Pius basketball at midcourt.
This is a big possession here. If they get a big score off of this, Richard. Here's the tail end of that play. There's number 21. He either was chirping to the bench or said something to the official, but the official caught him. Uh-oh.
It's a backcourt violation. Seen a lot of errant passes by the Winged Lions today. That's uncharacteristic.
For some reason, they're panicking with the basketball, Richard. They just don't seem to have an idea what they want to do with it consistently. People are zigging when they should be zagging. They're looking for back cuts, and they're not there. And
there's a foul, a reach, a hold.
They're going to call a hand
Curry.
check. Yeah, hand check on Curry. Got his hands up in his chest.
Will be the 4th team foul on the Winged Lions. Total of 8 fouls have been called already here in this 3rd period. Heavey gets it to McDowell, and McDowell slaps it off of Matt Martin. One of the strangest basketball games I've seen.
This
in
is
a
not
long
going
time.
down in the Spalding guidebook of clinic games, that's for sure.
Capasso across the lane. Defended heavily, and eventually Burke comes up with it, but throws away to Truncellito. And he gets his 2nd field goal of the basketball game.
I think you see the importance of Chad Difebbo in this ball game.
Martin's shot rims out, rebound by Curry. Curry leans in. Martin off the glass in the bucket.
That's good work by Martin on the offensive window. And Devon Prep needs a timeout. Good work by Martin on there.
33-22 with 2 minutes left in the 3rd. You're watching District 1 playoff basketball on PCTV.
Hey, don't forget about the Summit Awards coming up in May. The nominations are rolling in already. I've got a gang of them. Get your nominations in for the 20 awards we will be giving out on May 28th at the Sunnybrook Ballroom. And Richard, don't forget, next Friday, those St. Pius Lady Winged Lions, Joe Mozzie's group, going to take on a team from Biglerville. My freshman roommate at Bloomsburg was from Biglerville.
Oh, yeah?
Oh my God, did we get on him? That was so funny. Where
Where
the
is
heck
Biglerville?
is Biglerville? Out near Hanover, PA.
Where's that?
I don't know. They're the canners, though. I know that they used to can a lot of vegetables or something. I don't know. And if Pius is able to hold on, they will play Delone Catholic, which is out in that same area. York, Hanover, somewhere out there.
All right, 2 minutes left to play in the 3rd period. Pius up by 11 at 33-22. Not been a picture-perfect District 1 title game. Pius now in the zone defense. McDowell turns to the bucket, does not catch iron. Again, McDowell. This time he gets it to crawl over the front of the rim and in. McDowell now has 7 points in the ball game. Difebbo launches the 3-pointer. Offensive rebound by Curry. And he's going to be, well, I guess Heavey stripped him but took it out of bounds.
Yeah, he stood on the foot. Yep.
Collins back in the ball game. And there's a foul on Heavey. The fouls are mounting on him. That's his third personal. That's the 15th foul on the Tide. Now they start sending Wing Lions to the line down the stretch in this ballgame. That could spell disaster for them.
Absolutely, Richard. My thoughts exactly.
Burke gets set for the three-pointer. Offensive rebound by Difebbo. Burke steals a rebound, and he's on the baseline. Bodies flying in around that basket.
Well, they're letting them play inside, Richard. They're letting them play in there.
33-24 Pius. Coming down to a minute to play in the third period. Now Pius has switched back to a man defense as Capasso rumbles in, draws a foul on Matt Martin. That's going to be the 15th foul on the Winged Lions.
Now they're going to call that out front on Curry,
yeah.
I think.
Boy, that's his third. And that'll get Dallas Twist off the bench. I'm sure they're going to have Curry sit for the last 56 seconds of this quarter.
Now sends Capasso to the line, who was 0 for 2 so far on the evening. Knocks in the first.
Here comes Dallas Twist.
That's strong. Oh my goodness.
Collins tips it out to Truncellito. Capasso will launch it again, not catch iron. McDowell tips it out of bounds. I can tell you one thing, I haven't seen this many air balls in a district final game in a long time.
Oh my word.
33-25.
Plenty of time to get a good shot off. They almost had a shot in there. There's another turnover.
Heavey picks it off. He's got a 1-on-3 breaks. He's going to pull it out.
Good job of Heavey bringing it back out.
He's going to launch a three. It rims out. Boy, not going to give that back to the Tide. They'll have 19 seconds left in this quarter to score.
I tell you what, I think they saw number 14 shoot a basketball before they named him, Richard. Heavey is a perfect name for him. He doesn't shoot it, he just heaves it right up there. Unbelievable. From his hip.
Get it into McDowell. He puts it low on the floor, loses the ball out of bounds. It'll be Tide basketball. 8.9 seconds left in the quarter.
We'll see if Prep can get off a good shot. They have it down to 8, Richard.
Better watch out for McDowell. Collins dribbling away from the basketball. Difebbo comes up with the steal. Off the glass, can't score it at the buzzer. And that will end the third period. 33-25 as the third quarter comes to a close. We'll be right back. A dead tie in that third quarter, so Pius still up by 8. But certainly no lead is comfortable at this level.
And I'm sure Randy Reber would say, okay, I'll take a dead heat in the fourth period. We'll get on the bus and go home and get the heck out of here.
And that's a great way to start the fourth period. Chad Difebbo gets his first field goal of the ball game. It's a big one.
It certainly is. Gets him back into double figures. Now it's up to 11.
Truncellito dishes to Collins. He's going to shoot over Curry off the heel of the rim.
Uh-oh.
He was in trouble there for a moment.
There's my man. He's one up.
Heaves up another three-pointer.
Yeah,
he has 9 in the contest and gets that lead back down under 10.
Curry thought about it.
Flick backs down on McDowell. Bilinski's left wide open. He can't make the shot. McDowell boxes out Flick, gets the rebound.
Beautiful job of putting the body on the big kid. Good job by the young sophomore, McDowell, that trip.
Capasso rumbles in. And we got to reach in. All those Pius players had to do was stand still. Capasso is out of control on every trip to the basket.
There's my buddy right here. He gets that baby and just launches her. That baby has so much arc, it goes out of the camera range.
That foul was called on Michael Curry. He'll head to the bench. He's got 4 personals. Danny Burke comes back in. Kiwi's in trouble. We've got a tie-up jump ball. Possession arrow will go with the tie.
There's the play. It's Difebbo playing defensive secondary here. There's the near steal. There's body contact there, but like I said, I can't get a handle on this game, Richard. I'm going to drive all the way home to Pottstown scratching my head this afternoon, that's for sure.
Capasso again out of control, but it goes in the bucket.
Capasso!
He's got 3, and it's now a 6-point ball game. This is as close as the Tide has been since the second period. Dump it into Flick. He backs in a McDowell and a traveling violation. Chris Flick turns it over to the Tide, who have a bit of momentum going here. You don't want to give them any confidence or any kind of idea that they can win this
now
basketball
they have the kids
game.
all fired up.
Collins pump fakes, and he is fouled by Burke. And that's going to be a shooting foul. Randy Reber's going to call a timeout.
Yep, he needs one. He needs one. This is going to be a full timeout, too.
Yeah.
He needs a whole lot.
6:21 left to play in this district final. We'll be right back.
just we're talking about games. They want to sell a tape of this thing yet, Richard.
If you want one, you can get one by calling 327-1866. Of course, that applies to football and wrestling as well. Makes a great gift, birthday present, graduation present.
This might be a combination of all 3 of those, Richard. Football, basketball, and wrestling. Hey, don't forget, if Pius is able to hold on and win, the Lone Catholic is waiting for the winner of this one. Remember, only one team from AA advances in the state playoffs. Collins a little short with that one.
He's put in a solid game tonight. He's got 6 points. It's strange when our leading scorer in this ballgame has 11 points.
Yep.
Into the 4th quarter. That would be Danny Burke. We've got a very low-scoring affair going here. Collins misses both free throws, and Matt Martin is there to rip down a rebound.
Good strong rebound too in traffic.
And the Tide is 6 with that box and 1. Martin out to Burke.
Man. Whew.
He's got 14.
Well, I tell you what, if he makes another 1 or 2 of those, he's going to be our player of the game. I tell you, if he could be the difference maker, if they get dribble penetration and kick out to the wing, Burke can be the guy in the last 5 minutes of this ball game.
Pius 6 with their man defense. They've switched it up a bit on the Tide.
And I think they've been effective defensively.
Capasso again throws one up wildly, and Matt Martin doing a good job of rebounding here down the stretch.
Yes, he is. Strong rebounds inside, too.
Bilinski loses the handle. Eventually, Pius comes up with it. They're up by 9. They've got the basketball. 5:19 to play in the ball game.
This is called full contact basketball, Richard. Somebody's going to make a commercial of this.
Difebbo.
See, look opposite. See, you got to look opposite for Burke. You got to find him. He was wide open for 10 seconds.
Bilinski's left open. He knocks down a 3 at a huge bucket by Dave Bilinski. That's his first field goal of the ball game. And Pius now up by 12. And Coach Mike Troy is going to call a timeout. Doesn't like the way things are going. We've got a timeout. You're watching the District 1 Boys AA Final on PCTV. There's Mallory.
Getting a lot of airtime today, isn't she? Man. Oh, there's got to be the cutest and the youngest little fan here this afternoon. I bet that's a proud grandmom, too, isn't it, Richard?
I'm sure of that.
Absolutely. Grandmoms are great, I'll tell you.
Well, the Tide has brought a very vocal cheering section with them.
Yeah, not many of those young kids up there, but they're having fun.
Creating some decibels.
Yep.
Well, right now the Tide trails by 12. And they got 4:35 left to play in the ball game. Heavey kicks it out to McDowell. Heavey's left wide open at the free throw line, and it rolls in for him. Joe Heavey now has 11. Man, Difebbo throws it out of bounds. I think that was after he was whacked in the face.
I think I could play this game, Richard. I really do. See, look at Burke. Look at Burke. Goodness, come on, Dan. You got to be smart. Got to be smart out there. Why send them to the line? Let it cut the lead while the clock is stopped.
And that'll be Kyle Ryan heading.
Here's the play right here. And again, you know.
Well, he was not whacked in the face. I have to make that correction.
Somehow the ball went array, though. Array, a row. It didn't go where it was supposed to go. I don't know why.
Well, Kyle Ryan has his first point of the ball game. He spent a lot of time on the bench. He's been in foul trouble. He's got 4 personals. And McDowell comes over the top. He commits a foul. That's going to be the 6th team foul on the Tide.
Right. Next foul for Devon Prep. They'll be shooting. There's Marty Moore taking Mickey's spot here, running the show. Thanks, Marty, for all his hospitality and help getting us ready here this afternoon.
42-33 is our score. Matt Martin sets up for a 3, leaves it short. McDowell gets the rebound. Truncellito.
Wow.
Knocks in a deuce.
Why the heck hasn't he been shooting earlier, Richard?
He's got 6, and the lead is 7. Too close for Coach Reber's comfort. He wants to take a timeout, and he'll do so with 3:37 left to play in the ball game. And while we have a timeout, we can let you know about Total Rental. Whether you want to rent commercial, residential, or construction, Total Rental rents everything. You can call them at 970-RENT in Pottstown and 935-RENT in Phoenixville, or visit their website. Total Rental. We rent everything. Well, we've got a lot of action coming your way, but it's going to be Pius action. They're the only 2 teams left. We're going to follow them through the state playoffs. The St. Pius X girls will take on Biglerville Friday, March 7th. They'll be here on PCTV, as well as the boys' first round of the districts, if they can hang on here this afternoon. That'll be on Saturday, March 8th.
And I think their name is the Biglerville Canners. I think that's their nickname, Richard. That might be a good question for the Monday morning quarterback show next week.
Well, don't give it away.
There's the District 1 AA girls champion coach, Joe Mosley, right there in the center. He's talking strategy with Lou Shalat and Madison Morton and the whole gang down there. I bet there's all kinds of things floating around with those guys.
Well,
Bobby Diener, the whole gang.
Making light of this ball game, but Pius in a serious situation now
Absolutely.
as the Tide has cut the lead to 7.
And straight man-to-man for the first time, I think, Dick.
Chris Flick, nice move to the basket. His reverse will not catch anything, and McDowell rebounds. Important defensive stand here for the Wing Lions. They need to stop. McDowell trying to post up Flick. Truncellito leaves it back for McDowell. Collins will launch a 3 down the well.
Holy cow.
Collins has 9. And it's 42-38. Truncellito chased by Flick. Flick. And then ahead to Difebbo. And Difebbo converts.
Wow. What a heck of a play down there at the other end on defense. Wow, what a play.
Well, you mentioned that he's got some quick feet. I mean, he
does.
did just enough to alter the guy's shot. He was
Absolutely.
expecting contact
Yep.
and didn't get it. Collins goes along the baseline.
And see, Curry has to be careful because he's got 4.
McDowell goes in strong, and there's a strong rebound by Curry. And then he's picked by Truncellito.
Oh,
and
my
he
goodness.
throws it away. It's not a senior play there.
There's the play. Watch the play by Flick. This is an unbelievable play. He just, oh man, he just blows Truncellito right out of the water with that one.
44-38. Curry gets it to Bilinski, and he is fouled in the paint, a reaching foul. And now both teams in the penalty. And that's going to be on number 3, Mike Truncellito, the senior. And Dave Bilinski's back at the free throw line. His 3rd trip, he is 2 of 3.
I see Randy Reber over there telling his team to be careful and pass the basketball. Pass the basketball, keep the defense moving.
Nice job by Bilinski.
You know, he really has come on strong here at the end of the season, hasn't he, Richard?
He has matured.
Yes, he certainly has. Sort of an out-of-control type player in the beginning of the year. Now he's really settling into a nice little rotation for Randy Reber. 2 big foul shots there.
They're 2 big buckets.
Yep.
Lead is back up to 8. With 1:45 to play, Difebbo gets a hand on it. Knocks it out of bounds. Oh, it's
good
going to be
play.
Pius basketball. That's a big defensive play by Difebbo.
Well, like I said, he's a gamer, Richard. You know, their whole game plan was to take Difebbo out of the ball game, and he hasn't gotten frustrated and out of control, and he's still making plays here in the last quarter.
1:39 left to play in this district final. Hasn't been pretty, but Pius in a position to win. But they got to play smart down the stretch.
Yeah, they do.
Difebbo finds Flick, goes along the baseline. He's hammered. Nice move to the basket by Chris Flick, and he'll step to the line. He'll be shooting 2. That's the 8th team foul on the Tide.
Well, I heard Randy Reber yelling to the guys to spread it out and go wide, and that way you get penetration and try to come in from an angle. That time Flicky came in hard from the angle.
That's Dave Collins' 2nd personal foul. As I mentioned, that's the 8th team foul. Well, while we have a free throw, we're going to take a quick look at our player of the game.
There is Dan Burke doing a good job, 14 points, leading all scorers, and some big threes when they need them. Congratulations, Dan.
Heavey with a 3 off the front of the rim. Collins gets an offensive rebound for the Tide. Bilinski comes up with the loose ball. Heavey travels or chases him, and Bilinski just can't finish. But Heavey has picked up his 4th personal foul, and Mike Troy is going to take a timeout with 1:03 left to play in the ball game. 1:03 left to play in this district final. We'll be right back. Pius, again, you mentioned that Coach would be satisfied if they played to a dead heat here in the 4th period.
Absolutely.
And that's just about where we're at.
Yep.
Dave Bilinski generally been doing a pretty good job from the charity stripe this afternoon.
Yeah, but he's falling back there now, Rich. You got to stay nice and still on that line and just, boom, just like practice. There you go. Much better.
Textbook.
Yep.
Now it's a 10-point lead with 1 minute to play. Pius should definitely avoid the fouls. Ryan into McDowell. Throws it right to Bilinski. Good job defensively by Bilinski.
Help him out. There you go. Dribble.
Curry finds Flick. Down to 38 seconds left to play.
There you go. Cat and mouse now. It's a game of chase.
And there is a foul. Comes kind of late. That's going to send Curry to the line, and now Curry's going to be shooting 2. As Pius now in the double bonus. And Truncellito has picked up his 3rd personal.
Well, it looks like Randy Reber's going to survive this thing after all. He's over there. He's got sweat on his brow. He's cleaning that off. He's chewing on some nails. He's on the edge of his seat. His stomach is doing flip-flops. And I think Coach Troy is going to concede this one and get some of the youngsters into the ball game. Down 10 with 30 seconds to go.
And the Tide fans giving them a nice round of applause. They played hard. No question about that. Sometimes too hard. Mike Curry makes 1 of 2 on that trip to the line. And the Wing Lions now up by 11 with just 30 seconds left. Chris Flick and Danny Burke will take a seat. Both those guys played great today.
Well, it looks like Pius is going to live for another day to face that DeLone Catholic squad. Oh, there's our buddy Capasso there. Yep.
He added a lot. He put some good minutes off the bench today.
Get the ball to Difebbo. There you go.
And Capasso's going to hound him.
Yep, that'll do it.
And that's the ball game. St. Pius has hung on here this afternoon in Springford, and they successfully defend their District 1 title over the Tide of Devon Prep. Congratulations to the Wing Lions. We'll be back and we'll wrap it up. Reber is going to be proud of his squad this afternoon, not only because naturally they brought home a District 1 crowd, but proud of the way they kept their composure down the stretch.
I think that was an essential part of winning today. Was the fact is that they did not get caught up in all the extracurriculars that were going on out there on the floor, and they did do a heck of a job, particularly Chad Difebbo, who was just flat out hounded, hacked, grabbed, and held all afternoon.
Although Danny Burke was our player of the game, but he was bound to be, given the defense that was thrown at St. Pius.
Yeah, again, and if they could have gotten dribble penetration and kicked the ball out more cleanly to him, he could have had a lot more open looks and probably some open threes that he has a good shot of making.
Well, Devon Prep, obviously not the most talented bunch that we've seen, but they had a game plan, and it was pretty effective.
Yeah, they wanted a low-scoring game. They wanted to play a physical, scrappy kind of a game, take St. Pius out of their game, show them something they haven't seen all year long, and it was effective. They stayed in the ball game for 4 quarters.
Well, Pius now enters the districts. They got a week to prepare, and they got some things to work on.
Yeah, they certainly do, but I'm sure Randy Reber is happy to go home with another district crown. Now he starts looking ahead to DeLone Catholic. I'm not sure what they have. Obviously, that Catholic style of basketball, a lot of screens, a lot of motion, a lot of man-to-man, in-your-face defense. So it's going to be interesting to see how well they respond and how to rebound. They have another week to go now until next Saturday when they open up. Yes.
A whole week. But again, congratulations to the Wing Lions.
Yep.
They defend their District 1 title with a 49-38 victory over the Tide of Devon Prep. This is Gick Geiger along with Dave Reidenouer. Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for watching.